Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel. And welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Angels franchise here on MLB The Show 25. We are here ready to go for our first ever off season. I cannot wait. But first, we got to get through the playoffs that we are not involved in. I'm not surprised. I don't think you guys are surprised either. If you're curious about anything that had happened to end the regular season, go back and watch the last video. We went over all the stats and all that kind of good stuff. The way that this team looks is promising. We made some moves, a lot of moves at the deadline to bring in a lot of young talent at the pitching rotation. Luis Gil, David Festa, Hayden Birdsong, Yairo Irate. I don't know how to say his name. I'm going to keep calling him that. I hope that's not wrong. We also have Caden Dana, who's young and talented. Very excited about him. Okay, so he hasn't joined the team yet because we're still in the postseason. I was going to say is our number one pick still here, but arrived yet, but he has not arrived yet. We made a lot of moves in the deadline to make sure that we had enough money available to make this team good in the offseason. Now we have $126 million available in budget because really the only person we're paying is Mike Trout. Yeah, we're paying Jorge Soler. We can always move that contract if we need to. And I don't know who else we're going to re-sign. We're probably not going to re-sign Moncada. We're probably not going to re-sign Rengifo. I mean, maybe we re-sign Rengifo if we get a decent offer for him. But let's move on to the postseason here that we're not involved in. We won 68 games, if you're curious. 68 games is not good. Breaking news. Yankees and Mariners and Diamondbacks and Brewers are in the CSs. Very strange. It's Yankees and Brewers in the World Series, and it's going to be the Brewers beating the Yankees in the World Series. Now that's crazy. It went 7 games. Brewers are the first ever world champions in this franchise, and we will move to the offseason officially. Yes, I'm ready to go. Let's get this started. This is what this video is all about. View the retired players. Anybody of note? I mean, Yan Gomes, Charlie Morton, Ottavino maybe are notable. Kirk Casale, former Red. Who else is here? Andrew McCutchen, probably not going to make the Hall of Fame in MLB The Show. He might make it in real life. Maybe not. I don't know. Who cares? Miguel Rojas, Martin Maldonado, Justin Verlander. He'll make it in the game and in real life, obviously. Jose Abreu. Okay, there's a couple names. Nobody too crazy. Oh, wow. They didn't give Verlander the Hall of Fame spot. That's crazy. Okay, whatever. Here we go into free agency. We've got our staff. We're going to keep Ron Washington. I don't mind him. But we got to fire this dude. We basically got to fire everybody else. We can't be having guys with this many negatives when we have a coach or a manager that already has negatives like this. So you're getting fired, big dog. You're getting fired, big dog. -2 fielding's not bad. I'll probably keep him around. Eric Young, you're getting fired, big dog. Napoleon Odell, kind of crazy name. He's got a -3 to bunting. That doesn't really matter. So we're going to keep him around too. So we need a hitting coach, a pitching coach, and a third base coach. So a hitting coach for hire. Who is going to give us the best possibilities? William Yang or Yang? +1 contact, +1 plate vision, 2 power. Okay, we'll keep him. He's also 39. That helps out a lot. He's not going to retire anytime soon. Matt Blake. I like the +2 power. Definitely got to get somebody with +2 power. Lance Nelson. I think it makes the most sense to go after either William or Matt. +1 clutch, +1 contact. Okay, so William Yang doesn't have +1 clutch like Matt Blake does. But the +2 power is the same. He's got the +1 contact. He's got drag bunting, which doesn't really matter. So I think I'm going to go after William Yang. We're going to offer him a contract. We're going to give him a 3-year deal, 4.5. Hopefully he'll accept that. We need a pitching coach. Pop Warner. That's a great name. The +1 velocity, +1 K per 9. I'd really like to have somebody with at least +1 or +2 walks per 9. Anthony Cisneros has +1. Okay, here we go. Marty Adams. +1 control, stamina, K per 9s, and +2 walks per 9. I think I'm going to go with him, Marty Adams. We're going to make him a similar deal. We're going to give him like 3.7 for 3 years. Hopefully he accepts that. And then we needed, what, a third base coach? What do we go for here? Lucas Osborne's interesting, but he's got -3 arm accuracy. I don't know if that's going to matter that much. -1 blocking probably doesn't matter too much either. Ricky Loftus with the durability. Jeff Hammer, +3 blocking, +3 speed. I think one of these top guys is going to be our guy. I just don't know which one it's going to be. Does the -3 arm accuracy really matter that much? Brian Woodson might be good because it's only -1 blocking. I think, and +2 speed can always be good. So let's offer Brian Woodson a contract. We'll give him a 3-year deal similar to what everybody else is making. Okay, so hopefully he accepts that. Hitting coach, pitching coach, third base coach. That is exactly what we've got. Hopefully those guys accept them. We're not going to rebrand the team, obviously, but we've got exclusive free agents. Rengifo, Moncada, JD Martinez, and Adam Duvall. We only picked up these two guys as literal warm bodies to play for us. Moncada, did he tear his ACL? Is that what it was? I forget what he hurt, but he got out for most of the season. He missed most of the year. He was looking like he was going to be pretty decent. He started hot. In 31 games, he had 10 home runs. Then he got hurt. I doubt that he does that again. But it could be a qualifying offer of 1 year, 21.8. That seems a little weird. I could see paying him 2 years for $8 million and then trading the contract in the deadline if we need to. What about Rengifo? Rengifo wants a shorter deal. This is going to be a little bit expensive, but again, it's a sign and trade possibility. So we pay those two contracts. JD Martinez and Adam Duvall, they're going to be in free agency next year if we need them again. So I'm just going to let them walk. We can move on a little bit. Oh, yes, William Yang has accepted the Angels' offer as a hitting coach. That's perfect. We get a new hitting coach. Oh, the A's are in on Brian Woodson. Nobody's in on Marty Adams yet. We're paying Brian Woodson more or offering him more. Hopefully he accepts that. Brian Woodson has accepted the Reds' offer. We got Marty Adams, but Brian Woodson does not want to be our third base coach, so we have to look for somebody else. And now other teams are going after these guys. All right. Didn't think the Reds would get in on him, but they did. Man, he had +2 speed, too. That was pretty nice. Who do we go for now? Where do we pivot to? It might just be Ricky Loftus with the speed. I thought I said Mariano Rivera for a second. Let's see. +1 speed. There's a couple +1 speeds, but I'm not looking for just +1 speed. I don't know. I don't know who to go for anymore. Let's go back up to the top. There's got to be somebody up here. Maybe we can out bid for one of these guys up here. Probably not somebody with -3 fielding. Danny Bullington, +2 stealing and fielding, reaction, -1 blocking is not bad. Enrique Valenzuela, he's got -1. Let's go for Enrique. We'll offer him about $3.5 million over 3 years. He should accept that, hopefully. All right, those two guys accepted their contract, and he does accept it. Perfect. Today's last day to offer contracts. Okay, so free agency is now officially open. Free agency is officially open. We can tender contracts. We can offer salary arbitration. I will go through this off camera and get it done very quickly so that we don't have to worry about that. But let's take a peek into free agency. This is the first time I've ever used this new version of free agency that they have implemented into off seasons here in MLB The Show. So it's going to be it looks a lot like signing draft picks. All right, so we need outfield, at least left field. We need first base, starting pitching. So I'm going to put starting pitching up. I'm going to put first base up. I'm going to put left field up mostly. So we can select up to 3 positions. Team needs. We need a power guy. And we need probably... I don't even know. Maybe an on-base guy? Let's go on base machine. Our big board here, top 150 free agents. Okay, so Vlad is here, but obviously we started this before Vlad signed his mega extension with the Blue Jays in real life. What was it, like 15 years or something like that, something crazy. So he's here in the game. He fits first baseman, he fits power, and he fits on base machine. I've gotten him plenty of different times in different series over the years. I think I had him in the Red series a couple years ago. I don't remember what other one I had him in. I think I had him in another one. Maybe the Padre one I had him in. That makes sense. That sounds right. Kyle Tucker, I think I've even had before. Now, we do have money. If we go back out, can I go back out of this? Oh, I have to. Okay, I think I have to get my priorities. All right, so the top 150 free agents, we could use a number one, an ace pitcher. We don't really have one. We have Luis Gil, who's our highest overall. Getting a elite starting pitcher, or at least an ace starting pitcher, would probably be for the best. Ranger Suarez could be an option. Maybe we go for a guy like Framber Valdez. I don't think I've ever had Framber Valdez in a save. He had a 4.99 ERA in 33 games. He didn't pitch that well. Maybe he's looking for a little bit of a cheaper deal because he didn't pitch so good. Zach Gallen pitched really well. I feel like I've gone down that road with Zach Gallen before. Michael King pitched a pretty solid season. What about Ranger? Ranger did pretty well. Dylan Cease did fine. Eric Fetty. Never really even heard of this guy. Maybe I've heard his name a little bit. He's okay. I'm kind of leaning towards Framber. He's an 87 overall. He's 32. I don't think we'd have to pay him that much. We get a +8 percentage boost to his motivation. He's the number 10 ranked free agent. He demands 2 years, 26 million per year. I think I can deal with that. That's not too bad. He fits priorities, or he fits starting pitching as our positional need. Does it tell me what his motivation's at right now? Because it just tells me that we get a +8 percentage. I don't know. Priority number 2. Do we want to go after a guy like the big name, the big fish, like Kyle Tucker or Vlad? That could be pretty fun. Bo Bichette has fallen off a cliff. He was such a high-ranking prospect. He was the future, but he has passed away. At least his career has. Glaber, and then here's Vlad. Vlad's 26. He's obviously going to be wanting the biggest bag you could ever have. We could use some bullpen help as well. Would not be the worst idea to get some bullpen help. I don't know how I like this new format. I can't just go after everybody that I want. I like to just spread the cash over a bunch of different people, but now I'm gonna have to pick and choose. I don't want to do that. Just let me put the money where I want to put the money. Matt Strom, Luke Weaver. How good of a season did Luke Weaver have? He's got really good pitching clutch. He's got really high K per nines and walk per nines. He probably simulates fairly well, and he has. I mean, look at these 2 seasons he had, or look at the season that he had in simulation. A 2.78. He looks like he probably simulates amazingly well. Luke Weaver's probably going to be on my list of guys that I want to go after. Do we want to spend the money on Vlad? He had 34 home runs. Vlad could be really fun. Now we've lost. Can I switch to priority number 2? A +9 percentage, +5 percentage a week. I kind of want to go after both of these guys. And then priority number 3, if we go after Vlad, we're not going to be able to get Kyle Tucker, which is okay. I don't think we need to go after a closing pitcher. I wish I could see can I see my roster? Oh, I guess I can see it this way. I don't know. I think a relief pitcher is definitely something that we need. Oh, and by the way, I did just notice that Eiley Perez is finally here. B potential, 72 overall, 18 years old. He looks like he's a really good hitter out the gates, which is what we expected when we drafted him. Oh, he's going to be a good one, isn't he? He's going to be a real good one. I'm excited for him. Now, he is kind of blocked a little bit by Logan O'Hoppe, but we can get around that. I mean, Logan O'Hoppe can maybe play a little third base or something. I don't. Eiley can't play anything else, but he's young. He's 6'3", 219. Maybe he could play a little third base or a little outfield. I don't know. He's not very fast. Yeah, he can't play any outfield, but he could. He might be. He'll find somewhere. He's too good to not have on the team. So I did add Luke Weaver as another opportunity here. So let's go and lock these changes in, I guess, or lock these priorities in. We're going after Vlad, Framber, and Luke Weaver. I'm okay with that. Now we've got to spend our money on arbitration and on tender contracts. So I'm going to go do this really quickly, and I'll be back when I've got them all offered and tendered and all that good stuff. Okay. Everything's been offered. Arbitration's been offered to all these guys. All the tender contracts have been renewed. Everything like that. I think we can finally start moving a little bit further into the free agency. I don't know how it's gonna go. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this in the new version of free agency in MLB Show 25. So I don't know how this is gonna work. Today is the day to offer contracts to free agents. I guess I'll stop. Did I already not do that? What's this going on? You heard through the grapevine that the Texas Rangers are looking at Ryan Helsley. I'm not looking at Ryan Helsley, so I'm not interested. Ooh, okay, so we've got 33% on Vlad, but the Tigers, Giants, and Diamondbacks are all offering him, or all looking at him. Obviously, I'm sure every team's looking at him. We're at 38% on Luke Weaver. And we're at 5% on Framber. Framber might not be a player we can get, unfortunately. But I really want him. This is why I don't know if I like the new system, because I want guys, and the free agency motivations assigned might be holding me back. Padres signed Dylan Cease to a $3-year, $89 million deal. Not surprising. Dylan Cease, good player. Rule 5 draft stuff. Okay. So do we have everybody on our 40-man that we want on our 40-man? Eiley Perez going to start at Double-A. I don't hate it. He's already a good player. Might as well. I don't remember what the other names of the players are. They're probably here. I'm probably looking at them right now. I don't remember what the other drafted players. I'd have to go back to that video and look at it to see where the other guys look like. But B, potential 18-year-old Eiley Perez, pretty solid player. Do I want... or do I have everybody on the 40-man that I want? I don't think we have anybody not on the 40-man that matters. Like George Klassen, you can get taken if you need to, if somebody wants him. Christian Moore probably should be on the 40-man, just in case. I'll take... who do I take off? Probably you. I'll take you off the 40-man. Just in case. I don't want Christian Moore getting grabbed by anybody. Nelson Rada probably should be on. I'll take you off. Nelson Rada can be on the 40-man. I don't care about any of these other guys. None of these guys are probably going to get taken. But just to make sure. Does Eiley get taken? There's a good chance he could. I probably should have Eiley on the 40-man just in case. Let's take off this guy and this guy. And I'll add Asa Lacy because I forgot about Asa Lacy. So we'll add Asa Lacy and we'll add Eiley Perez. And then that should be my 40-man for this offseason. And everybody else can go in the Rule 5 if they need to. It's now or never. Luke Weaver on our big board is rumored to be close to signing with these teams. So this is a last chance opportunity. The Royals and the Reds. Well, I got to offer him a contract. I really want him here. So we have $68 million to spend. We got to pay him. I'll give him a 3-year deal worth about my max. I guess I can only go up to 11.13. So I guess I'll give him a 3-year 11.13 and hope that he accepts that. He's only demanding a 1-year 8.9, but I'm hoping that he likes this one. Contract decision incoming. Our first decision of the offseason. Is it going to be good or is it going to be bad? Please be good. Oh, is this a good sign? It is. Luke Weaver has decided to sign. We got a trophy. Sign a player with a last chance contract. Okay. My mom always said I was a cherub, and now I'm on the Angels. Okay. Yes, that helps our bullpen right there. Luke Weaver, welcome aboard. That's pretty big. We're still working on Vlad, and we're still working on Framber. I guess we'll see what happens. Today's the day to offer contracts. Auto fix the 40 man. We got to add somebody to, or take somebody out the 40 man, since now we got Luke Weaver. But our bullpen looks a little bit better now with the addition of Weaver, and we also got Ben Joyce, so I'm liking that a little bit. So I guess we take off Michael Peterson from the 40 man. All right. Today's the day to sign free agents. Eric Fetty going to the Astros. I'm not interested in that. We're looking good on Vlad, and we're looking good on Framber. Is there anybody else that I want? I mean, we might be able to get another bullpen arm if we think about it. Is there any decent young arms in the bullpen in free agency? Everybody's over 30. Is Aroldis Chapman really 38? That seems crazy. I remember when he was a rookie. Am I that old? There's nobody in the bullpen that I thought would be younger. Catcher. No. First base. Well, if we get Vlad, then we don't need a first baseman. Second base, shortstop. I mean, Bo Bichette's still here. Do I want Bo Bichette? Not really. Maybe if he's cheap. But I don't know how cheap is he going to be. And it's not like we need a shortstop desperately because we have Neto. And Bichette really can't play any other positions. So I think we just keep what we got here and just lock it in. Because if we go to our roster, we've got Rengifo, who we brought back. We've got Neto at shortstop. We could use a third baseman. And we could use a left fielder. So a third baseman and a left fielder. Ozuna, Schwarbombs. There's nobody here that actually can play left field, like who has speed in the outfield. These are all DHs that can play, that have left field as their primary position. Maybe Jesse Winker. Winker! But he hit 245 last year. Miguel Andujar. He had 55 games played. He hit 309. It's not like the greatest sample size. Jason Hayward's 36. Verdugo sucks. This is not a who's who of left fielders, I'll tell you that much. Schwarber might be the best one because he's got pretty good power. I guess we could put Schwarber on there and see what happens with that. So let's lock in those and keep moving on. Whoops, that's not the right thing. Keep moving on and see what other things. Mets have claimed Samuel. Oh, that's not a big deal. Last day to sign arbitration, guys. Eric Fetty signs to the Padres. So the Padres make big moves. They signed Dylan Cease and Eric Fetty. Padres trying to make some interesting things happen here. Today's the last day to sign, or another day to offer free agency. Okay, so we're up to 49% motivation to sign with Vlad. I think one more week, or actually exactly, because he's almost to 50%, so we should be able to get him pretty close. Dylan Cruz has been traded from the Nationals to the Brewers for Tobias Meyer and Christian Yelich. Okay. That's not something I expected. And then the Brewers go out and sign Michael King to a 7-year, $189.5 million deal. The Brewers making moves. The Brewers are making moves, but we should be able to now offer... Okay, here we go. What's this? We have a free agent opportunity. Stephanie Saunders is talking to us. Dominic Smith seems like a good fit for your outfit over there. Can I see what he looks like? Player card. Dominic Smith, 30 years old. He's a first baseman who can play some outfield, but not with that speed. He had a bad year, and he's a bad player. So I'm going to say not interested. But we can now offer Vlad Jr. a contract. So he's going to want a lot of money. I'd give him an 8-year deal, and I guess we go up to the max that we can offer him, 37.38, and see what happens. Hopefully he accepts that. And I can offer Schwarbombs a contract. 2-year deal. 1305 maybe. See if he accepts that. Okay, we'll see what happens there. Ryan Helsley signs a 4-year deal with the Rangers. We keep on moving on. Oh, contract decision. Is this going to be Vlad or is this going to be for Shorbs? Please be a good sign. Please be a good sign. That's a phone call. I don't think that's a good sign. I don't know what's happening here. No! Vladimir Guerrero Jr. chose a 5-year deal with the Tigers. We gave him more years and more money, and he was demanding 7 years anyway. But Vladdy signs the Tigers, but Kyle Schwarber's decision's right here, and we signed Kyle Schwarber. All right. Ranger Suarez signs to the Brewers are going crazy. Vladdy signs to the Tigers. Man, I mean, I thought we gave him enough money. He just didn't want to come play for us, I guess. He didn't want to come play for us. That's okay. Honestly, we didn't really need to pay him that much money anyway. We didn't need to pay him that much money anyway. All right, let's keep moving on. What happened there? I thought it was time to... Oh, it's because I have 41 on the 40-man with the signing of Schwarber. So let's take off this guy. Take you off there. We have an opportunity to sign IKF. I don't think we need him. So we're still looking at Framber. Kyle Tucker's still available, but I don't really want to pay Kyle Tucker, especially when we don't need a right fielder. We have Trout. I guess we could move Tucker to left field. And then have Schwarber DH. But Kyle Tucker's going to be a lot of money. But that money, I guess, was going to be paid for... What's his face? And now that's gone. I guess we toss him in and see what happens. I mean, I'll put him on the board. It doesn't mean we're going to get him. Phillies get Colton Cowser from the Orioles for 3 prospects. So some interesting trades are being happening. Oh, the draft lottery. This is where we find out if we're going to be top 5. We should be top 5. We currently have the 4th odds. We have a 13.2% chance to get the number 1 overall pick. Please give us a top pick in the draft. Simulate the lottery. Please stay top 4, maybe even go up to top 2. I'd love top 2. I'd love number 1. We're not going to get number 1. Please give me a top pick in the draft. Please give me a top pick in the draft. We got number 2. We jump up to number 2. That's huge. The Rockies jump up to number 1. We jump up to number 2. Pirates fall to number 3. Okay, that's huge. We're going to have the 2nd pick in the draft this year. That's absolutely massive. It's now or never to sign Kyle Tucker. The Dodgers, Giants, and Astros are interested in him. I guess we got to offer him something. We'll offer him the max. I don't think he's going to sign it, but we got to try. Contract decision incoming. What's it going to be? Is it going to be a phone call or is it going to be a contract and pen? It's a phone call. That's not a good sign. He's chosen the Giants. So we strike out on both top free agents. Although maybe it's for the best because that is a very expensive contract they just paid. The Rule 5 draft, I don't think... Austin Hendrick got drafted. I don't think we're going to draft anybody. I don't think we're going to draft anybody. Select the rest of the draft. There we go. It doesn't really matter if anybody got taken. So now the only guy left is Framber. Jesse Winker. I already talked about Jesse. He didn't play very good though. I don't really want to waste any money on him. So we're still waiting on Framber. Can't offer a contract just yet. The only other position that we could go after is third base, and there's just not a third baseman left in free agency that I want. None of these guys are worth it. Second base is not worth it. Bo Bichette's still available. I wish that Bo could play third base. I'll toss Bo on the priorities. There's still I mean, Zach Gallen's available still. Why is Zach Gallen still available? The pitching seems to still be a little bit good. Devin Williams is available. I mean, I'll toss Zach Gallen in there if I have to. I'll take Bo off. Let's remove him from the big board. And I'll put Devin Williams on there. I mean, maybe something happens. You never know. It's now or never to sign Zach Gallen. I mean, I guess we're thrust right into this. We'll see what happens. We'll offer him a contract, 6 years, contract decision incoming for Zach Gallen. What's going to happen with him? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? I'm assuming it's going to be bad because he didn't really have that high of motivation to sign. It's a phone call, and it's a bad thing. Yep, he signs with the Diamondbacks. That's okay. We kind of got in the race a little bit too late there. Andres Munoz traded from the Mariners to the Red Sox for two prospects. We got to get it in the trade market. These trades are getting crazy out here. We got to get in the trade market. And there's a guy that I kind of want to get. He's kind of like under the radar. I kind of want to get John Kenzie. Big Christmas. We can get him for not that expensive. He plays right field, but we can play him in left field if we have to. And it might be a good idea to get rid of Jorge Soler. He's getting paid a lot of money. And maybe I can toss some... No, we can't. We offered him arbitration, or we can't trade him. We can't trade him. Who can we trade? I can trade Gustavo Campero. We don't need him anymore. And we don't need Miles Emerson. There we go. Perfect. Big Christmas. Welcome aboard. We're just going to play you in left field, most likely. We'll have Schwarber DH, I would assume. Because Schwarber's good against... He's good against both. Well, his contact's not very good against righties, but he's got crazy good power against righties and decent power against lefties. So we'll DH him. But getting Big Christmas is huge. I like that. He was the one that I absolutely wanted to get. I don't really have any other options on who I really want. If we can get Framber, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, obviously, I want Royce. We can't offer a trade just yet. He's going to be a little bit more expensive to get. Who's another player that I want? Let's look at third baseman. Who's another player that I would want to get on this squad, except for Royce? Royce, I know, is a third baseman. Jordan Westberg, 27 years old, decent contact. Does he simulate well? He's got decent vision. Rafael Devers. Now, that's a player I've never had before. And he's not very hard to get. He is a kind of expensive because they just paid him a big contract. What about J-Ram? I'd love to have J-Ram on the squad. I absolutely would. But it might be impossible to grab him. We don't need Ryan Noda anymore. Can't trade Moncada because we just brought him back. Carter Kieboom doesn't do anything. It doesn't look like we have the assets to be able to get J-Ram, which I assumed we wouldn't be able to. I just kind of wanted to test it out. What about Devers, though? So Ryan Noda does help out get Devers a little bit closer. What about Michael Darrell Hicks? Kind of moves it a little bit closer. There needs to be somebody that really pushes it. Ooh, Mackenzie Kazarian actually gets it pretty close. What about if I take off Darrell Hicks and put in somebody else? There's got to be a combination of guys, right? What's the thing? There's nobody. Oh, Nelson Rada does, but I'm not going to give up Nelson Rada. Is there a way? Ooh, Dan Martin gets it real close. Keyboom, Lugo. Come on, there's got to be somebody. I'm not giving up Christian Campbell. I'm not giving up Christian Moore. I don't think there's going to be a guy, is there? Harry Ford. Oh, Harry Ford does it. It's just a matter of if I want to take on Devers' contract. How good did he play last year? 31 home runs. He had 256. I mean, it'd be fun to have him. Just because I've never had a guy like Rafael Devers before. I'd have to give up Harry Ford. I mean, Harry Ford wouldn't be that hard to replace. I mean, especially because we have Eiley Perez, who's already better than him and a lot younger. Who's their catcher that they have? They have Connor Wong, so they could use a catcher. That's why Harry Ford probably makes it go through. We don't need Ryan Noda. because we have Shonel, and we can always get a backup first baseman, I guess. Do we make this move? I might come back to this. Let me just check around for third base. But I know that Royce is here, but Royce is going to be a lot harder to get. And maybe we can package Rafael Devers for Royce in the future. That could be the possibility. But I don't think there's any other third baseman that I kind of want to go after. So Rafael Devers, I think this could be a fun trade. Let's make it. I know he's expensive. Bada bing, bada boom. We are now very low on first baseman because we just traded two of them. But how hard is it to get Harry Ford back? If I wanted to get Harry Ford back. Carter Keyboom. Chad Stevens. I mean, it's probably not that hard to get him back. We gotta build up the prospect pool, that's for sure. If I give up Sam Bachman, I don't really want to give up Sam Bachman right now, though. There's not really a... Ooh, Josh Garcia, they really have a high hopes for. Francis Tejado. I don't remember who you are. Did I draft you? It says you're undrafted, so I obviously didn't. Sandy Gaston. We can get him back. Let's give up Sandy Gaston and get Harry Ford back. All right, thank you for getting finessed there, Red Sox. We get Harry Ford back. Sorry for the confusion, Harry. We just needed you as a tool to get the boy back. Now Yohan Moncada can get moved at the deadline. We need to sign a free agent first baseman. Is there any other moves that we want to make? Maybe add a starting pitcher if we don't get any of the pitchers we're trying to sign. We can't go for Brian Wu. Luis Castillo is probably not the right guy to go after. I want somebody that simulates well, since we simulate a lot in this series. Who's a pitcher that has really good like walks per 9, doesn't really get hurt. Christopher Sanchez is interesting. He's probably too expensive though. Yeah, they want Rada, they want Christian Moore. That's a little bit out of my price range there. What about Tobias Myers? He might be solid. Ben Brown. Ben Brown's got decent home run per 9. His walks per 9's a little low. Rhett Lauder. Really low walks per 9 and Ks per 9. Peralta, Suarez. Brewers are making some big moves, that's for sure. Jared Jones. Who's this guy? Paul Skeens. Oh, look at the value on Paul Skeens. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy on Paul. Jared Jones, on the other hand, maybe he's a guy we could go after. Although they want 3 B potential guys, including Christian Moore and Ben Joyce. So Jared Jones is probably off the table. There's Zach Gallen. I mean, the Dodgers have so many pitchers. Sasaki's got crazy value. There's got to be somebody out there that I want. Well, I mean, there's plenty of guys that I want. There's got to be somebody out there that I can get. What about the Beebs? The Beebs will be a free agent next year. But he's past his prime. We've had him on in different series before as well. I think we just rat it out for right now with our starters and see if we were able to pull in any of those guys we got. Because we're still working on Framber, so maybe we'll be able to bring him back or bring him in. But we do, as Jason Dominguez got traded from the Braves or from the Yankees to the Braves for Spencer Schwallenbeck and Charlie Hurt. Some big time players. There's Rafael Devers. Some big time, and they added Harry Ford in there too. That's kind of funny. The Rays are offering me a trade. Cooper Kinney, who's a shortstop, 23 years old, 66 overall, not really a hitter. He's more of a defender. They want to take Randy DeJesus. I mean, this is kind of a nothing deal, so I'm not going to take it. Like nobody wins in that deal, so it's kind of just useless to make the trade. That's trading for trading's sake. Ryan O'Hearn. This lady don't know what she's talking about. I don't want him. He's a first. I mean, we do need a first baseman technically. Maybe she does know what she's talking about because we do need first baseman, at least a backup first baseman. You know what? He doesn't look that bad. I'll put him on the big board. We're at 44% for Framber. We're still climbing. We are still climbing. 75%. 2-year deal, 8.57 for Ryan O'Hearn. Hearn, whatever his name is. We'll offer him that contract. I did say we needed to sign a free agent. Marcelo Meyer got traded from the Red Sox to the Giants. This is going crazy. People are getting moved like wildfire. Fire. Luis Castillo traded from the Mariners to the Rangers for Kumar Rocker and Marcus Semien. Simeon. Ryan O'Hearn has decided to sign with us. So we do get an extra first baseman, which we needed after trading all of our first basemen. And he actually is a higher overall than Shawno, which Shawno will probably still start at first base. We probably need to sign another first baseman. Devin Williams. Devin. If we sign Devin, we won't be able to afford Framber. That's no. I think I'm gonna go all in on Framber. We're gonna be not interested in him, and we might not even get him anyway. So he goes to the Cubs. Devin Williams signs to the Cubs. That's a strategic one. We had to prioritize Framber. Paul Blackburn, we're not interested in. What'd that say? The budget, we don't have enough to sign Framber. I think that's what that said. Asking for 2 years. Oh no, it's locked out because we can't afford him. Oh no. So what's the budget look like now? Did I go a little bit too crazy? So getting Rafael Devers definitely hurt. We can't trade Moncada until the deadline. Okay. So Framber, the only way we'd get Framber is probably trading away Rengifo. That's probably the only way, and we can't do that until the deadline. We can trade away Devers though. Okay, so Framber's probably out of the question, which isn't the worst thing in the world. I was just looking for an ace. You know what? I'm fine with it. We can let Framber go to another team. Jackson Jobe. I mean, everybody's getting traded. My God. From the Tigers to the Dodgers. Like the Dodgers need another player. Another day to sign free agents. Another day to sign free agents. I'm really just waiting for like arbitration meetings and stuff. Jackson Jobe to the Dodgers. Jason Dominguez got re-signed by the Braves after they made the trade for him. And Framber chooses the Blue Jays on a 1-year deal. We probably could afford that. All right, let's just get to arbitration here. So with Luis Gil, the panel sided with him. The panel sided with Bo. The panel sided with Suarez. The panel's gonna side with everybody, or the team most of the or the player most of the time. They sided with Burke. They sided with us for Connor Brogdon. Panel sided with Gonzalez. Panel sided with Kingery. Panel sided with us for Jose Soriano. They sided with Quijada. They sided with us for Zach Neto. And they sided with Ohapi, with us for Joe Adele, and with us for Mickey Moniak. All right, so arbitration has finished up. That should be everybody signed to the team. We have one too many people on the big league roster. It's probably because stinking Scott Kingery's up here for no reason. Get down there, big dog. Who's on our bullpen? So we've got Luke Weaver, who we brought in. We've got Ben Joyce, Quijada. Bachman needs to get up here. Sam Bachman's going to get up here. Krause is going to go down. And Brock Burke probably needs to go down as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in the bullpen, including Piguero. You need to go to AAA. Harry Ford doesn't need to be in the bigs, but he can be a backup, I guess. It doesn't really matter. You're going to be a AAA catcher. Um, Christian Campbell is going to play in the bigs. Christian Moore's going to be in AAA. Kingery sucks. Somebody needs to be in AA here. Probably you. Schwarber's going to be up in the bigs. Joe Adell and Moniak. Rada's going to get close to getting called up. Might be next year. And then John Kenzie and Trout. All right, we're looking okay. If we keep on moving, today is the final big board day. All right, the final big board day. What'd that one thing say? Oh, that's renew contracts for John Kenzie. So we'll just renew that real quick. All right, the final big board day. There's not really any free agents I don't think that I want. No, certainly no starters. There's not another bullpen arm that I want. Tyler Rogers, though, I didn't see him here. He simulates really well, at least in theory he does. I might want Tyler Rogers. We could get his brother, too. But Tyler simulates super well. So he might be a nice little bullpen arm to go after. But I don't think there's another guy that I want. Gavin Lux is bad. Shortstop. Outfield. There's 2 first basemen left, Josh Bell and Joey Gallo. That is quite the combination. I think a sneaky pickup of Tyler Rogers could be pretty nice. A nice little 1-year deal. Probably about, I'll give him 3.5. He should accept that. I wouldn't see why he wouldn't. That might be a nice little steal of a grab. And here it is, contract decision. I would assume he accepts it. He didn't? Dude, you're not getting any other offers. I can't believe he didn't accept that. There's Taylor Rogers. Here's Tyler. You're just going to accept this then, I guess. Okay, so now he accepts it. What a weird dude. I gave him a little bit less. He didn't accept it, but now he accepts that one. So Tyler Rogers is up here, so that means we're going to move Victor Gonzalez down. There's probably too many. Yeah, there's too many AAA bullpen guys. Oops. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. Move him to AA. Move him to AA. All right, so Tyler Rogers will simulate pretty well. I think we improved this bullpen a lot with the addition of Luke Weaver. We brought up Sam Bachman, and we add Tyler Rogers, who simulates really, really well. I think this could end up being a pretty solid bullpen for us this year. We've got Ailey Perez, our highly touted prospect, and we're picking second this year in the draft. I think that's going to be our free agency period done. I don't think there's anything left to do. I mean, maybe we could get some guys for the cheap, just to get some depth. Jesse Winker never signed anywhere. $7 million is not really cheap. I am still looking for some first baseman. Carlos Santana, maybe we could grab for cheap, like $4 million a year. Okay. Another catcher just to have in the team. There's nobody here. This is a bunch of just absolute bums. What about more bullpen guys? Starters, outfield. The fact that some of these guys are still in the league is crazy. Just hang them up at that point. I don't think there's anybody else. I think signing the one guys is good enough. We'll sign Carlos Santana. They want him to play at the majors. I mean, it doesn't really matter. He can just be he can just be a guy out of the whatchamacallit, off the bench. Although another shortstop to play in the bigs wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Who's this guy? Oslevius Basabe? I don't even know how to pronounce that name. He's 25. He's got deep potential. He's decently fast. He played in Tampa last year, or a couple years ago, and then he played last year, or this past year, with The Giants hit 2 home runs. He's 25. Nick Maton. Benjamin Cowles. Doesn't really have anything I like. Is there a steal of a player? This guy's got good contact. They're all D potential, though. Luis Verdugo. Juan Brito. Now we're talking. I might pick him up. He's only 24. Might pick him up just to have him in the bulb or in the whatchamacallit, the minors, and then I'll pick up that guy to play Major League Baseball for us. We'll put Juan Brito down in AAA. We'll move you down to AA. And then this guy can play up because he's better than Scott Kingery, that's for sure. So at least he can play up there. I don't know. We'll see how he does. He's probably not going to do anything, but that's probably going to be our free agency done. Oh, we have 3 guys on the 40-man, so who's going to get taken off the 40-man? Probably you, Suarez. We're going to take off... Do I want to take off Kyron Paris? Probably. Definitely want to take off Brock Burke. One more guy needs to get taken off. Probably is going to be Scott Kingery. All right, there we go. Let's keep moving on, and that is the off-season done. So we move to spring. We'll advance to the regular season, and we are ready to go for year number 2. So the pitching rotation will be Luis Gil, Jose Soriano, David Festa, Hayden Birdsong, and Iriarte. I don't know how to say his name. Our closer, they want it to be Luke Weaver. I'm still going to give it to Peguero. Luke Weaver can be a setup man for us. I don't know why we have Bo up here. I don't really want Bo up here. Where's Bo at? There he is. He's going to be a... Nope. He's going to be a AAA. Eiley, they have him up in... No. You're not... You're down in AA. Harry Ford can be up here, though. All 3 of these guys... They have Christian Campbell down in AAA this year to start out. You know what? I don't hate that. I might have Christian Moore down in AA to start this year. Just to kind of get him working a little bit. He didn't seem like that well in AAA last year, so. Moncada. All right. Kingery, I want you up here. That's the whole reason I signed you. So we call him up. Schwarber, Moniak, Odell. Okay. Looking better now. Looking better. So the pitch rotation. I like the bullpen. The addition of Tyler Rogers, I like. He's hopefully going to simulate pretty well. Sam Bachman's going to be pretty decent. Although we are pretty righty heavy in the bullpen, and we are full righty in the pen or the starting rotation. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize we were full right-handed in the starting rotation. And then our stuff here, we're going to have Sean will start at first base. John Kenzie's going to play left. Schwarber is going to DH against righties and probably lefties as well. How do I want this to go, though? I probably don't want Rengifo leading off. Maybe I do. Should Rengifo lead off? Yeah, we'll keep Rengifo leading off for now. Trout can hit second. Then we'll have Devers hit 4. He'll hit cleanup. John Kenzie can hit third. Schwarber can hit 5. Ohapi, then Shawnell, then Moniak, then Zach Neto. Okay, that's fine for right now. And then versus lefties, Schwarber's still going to DH. Nope, that's catcher. We're going to have Ohapi. Schwarber's still going to DH. Neto, Trout, Adele. They have Santana playing first. It's going to be Shawnell still. He's going to play both. Adele is in center. Who was in center last time? It was Moniak in center. Does he do better against lefty? He's got 92 power versus lefty, so that makes a little bit more sense. Moniak's only got 49. Okay, that makes sense. So Adele can play there. And then versus lefties, Adele's gonna hit 2. Then Devers, Trout's gonna hit 5. Shaunnell's gonna hit 8. Oh, Hoppy's gonna hit 7. Okay. That's where we're going to go for now. Next episode, we will start season number 2, and I am super excited about scouting this year because we have the number 2 pick in the draft, so we are going to be getting another really good stud player, just like we got with Eily Perez, or wherever he's at. There he is. Eily Perez was our first round pick last year. He was pick number 3, I think, right? We picked number 3 last year. Now we pick number 2. So I'm excited about Eily. He's going to be really good. He's got the potential to be really, really good. He's already got great contact and great power, and he's only going to get better. I can't wait. He might even be up in the bigs after one season, depending on how good he simulates. So very excited about Eily Perez. But next year, or this next draft, I am excited because we could be getting some good player. We could be getting a real, real good player. And I will try my best not to skip out on the seeing their potentials. That was my fault. I completely forgot about that. But that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watch. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.